Emily starts.
Okay, we got a lot of stuff to discuss, so I kind of created a little agenda that we can go by. So, if you can facilitate it, Pat, or Mayor Stillwell, if you want to. You wanna go ahead and, you can go through the agenda.
Okay. All right, I guess the 24 event schedule, Easter egg hunt, 3/30/24. I'm not gonna read all those going down. Does anybody have a discussion about this?
It was tabled from the board meeting.
The only thing is that I've got is the board people that are on this board here will not be on it. And so it needs to be the 4th of July Water Day, Fall Festival and tree lighting left up to the next board when they need to have it.
Well, the next election ain't till November next year, so why you cutting out those?
Well, because the board's time is up in July and the new board comes on.
No, talking about committee? Talking about
Yes,
committee?
yes.
Okay.
Thank you. It is a committee instead of a board. And so I think that should be left up to the next committee.
How long is the term for the committee? I didn't realize they had a.
Yeah, they have they put it 2 years.
Who's gonna take that over? Cause you might wanna give them a heads up so they can plan it.
Yes.
You know, that's kinda why we set this stuff in advance to plan,
Well, I
advertise.
haven't picked anybody yet.
What, can we go ahead and discuss some of it? Because,
Yeah.
like Darby said, last July, there was a issue in regards to the city employees not being able to enjoy the 4th of July as a day off if we did fireworks.
Yeah, well, I think I talked to Mindy, I think she said it's just gonna be fireworks, wasn't it, with no music and nothing?
Well, I have had complaints about the fireworks that work, there's
I got
2 or
lots of
3.
complaints about those, about the lack of.
But anyway, that they were loud and their babies were screaming and up in there somewhere, I'm not sure.
I got a lot of phone calls and text messages and Facebook messages of why Mount Carmel wasn't having the 4th of July fireworks.
We never have, Jim.
But I mean, it was planned, it was
Yeah.
announced, and all of a sudden the board council.
Well, part of that was tax, people
Money.
felt it was inappropriate where we had raised taxes too.
That's a lot of the complaints that came with us too.
What was wrong with the fireworks being done at the Fall Festival?
We just tried to do it until the 4th because we got more feedback. Why didn't we do it at the 4th? You can't prove
Why couldn't
anybody.
we bring the block party back again? That was a big thing here, people really enjoyed that.
Yeah, but one of the things I wondered about the fireworks, where's people supposed to park unless they park in the Food City parking lot? We used to have, when we did the,
That's a private parking, that man don't like nobody to park there.
you remember when we did the block party, people pulled off on the side of the highway? That was so dangerous. Oh, we're
I think they
gonna
kinda
think this through,
I
whether
think they
people like it or
kinda, I
not.
believe they kinda slowed the traffic down before, while we was doing fireworks.
I don't remember that, I was too busy with the block party, I know it was an issue. I know they did pull off on the side of, both sides
It
of
was
the
on both
highway.
sides.
Yeah, both sides, yeah. So this is not a simple thing,
Oh,
just to shoot them up in the air.
I know you gotta get permission from the DEA there, but that's usually been no problem for us to get
Yeah, had in the
permission.
past, no.
I just think that it just needs to be, put off until the next. Y'all got how many on your, you're the chairman, right?
No, Marilyn is the chairman, I'm the
And
secretary.
how many's on your list?
Well, there's technically 5 of us, but Steve never shows up, so there's only 4 of us making
Well, he
decisions.
still says he doesn't get called.
He does.
But anyway, that's here. But there's 5 members. Okay.
There's 2 Aldermans, a business owner.
5 members and 2 aldermen,
No.
or 2 aldermen, or yes.
The makeup of it is 2 aldermen,
And then
a
3.
business owner,
Mhm.
and then 2 citizens.
Okay. Okay, well, I'll get busy on that for the next 2 years, but they have until July.
Now, in regards to the committee members being, taken off every 2 years,
Wouldn't it be to November? Cause,
No,
did
it's
we do it when we got-
is July.
Okay, I thought we did committees when we got new
We've
members.
done committees so many times over there, we can't keep up with it.
Well, this committee formed
We've
its
got-
own self,
we've
it
got
didn't even go through the board.
One meeting, I mean.
I always thought it was a 2-year term.
It's a
it don't
2-year
matter.
term,
It's apparently whatever that says it is, so.
Okay.
and, they formed their own board, and so therefore, they picked whoever they wanted to, so.
well, if there's going to be a business, the same people in regards, are you referring to the people being replaced as the alderman or the whole committee?
We just, well, the alderman and the committee.
So you're gonna find basically a whole new committee with new
Yeah.
businesses to sponsor and everything. Good luck.
Yeah, we can, cause I've got people interested.
I'm sure you do.
I will. When you make an alderman or mayor one day, you can.
Can we vote on part of them, or do you wanna just?
I'm putting the whole thing on there,
Okay.
And I oppose that,
and you can vote no. That's how that works.
so. Okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna put it on the agenda.
So, what else going on with the agenda?
The whole schedule. Just try to vote on it again. The next item is a home grants application, procedure, policies and procedures resolution, which is what I printed out and handed out to everyone. This is the home grant where we build, take the existing home that is either in need of, desperate need of repairs or just needs to completely come down and be rebuilt. We have applied for the grant, received it, and this is part of the, execution of the contract. We have to adopt these, policies and procedures for the town, and that's just how to manage the grant. So there's a criteria you have to meet in order to be a recipient of the grant, and this is all laid out in the policies and procedures. So this is not written by anyone here, it's through the state's application. So we just have to adopt it so that we're abiding by their rules.
Is Larry Kearns, is he over this?
I
Cause he
think so.
used to do in needs of people's houses that cannot afford. That's what he used to do.
These are through applications, so people will apply for the assistance, and then they'll go through a selection process. We have First Tennessee Development District kind of managing that whole process, and so once I get more information on that, I'll let everybody know so we can get the word out about taking applications and stuff. But this is kind of like the first step in getting that off the ground.
How many houses do they normally approve?
I think last year there were 2, or not last year, it was 2 years ago when we did this before. We had 2, and they were both total reconstruct. So tear down, reconstruct.
Or they weren't going on now and having the road there, I guess.
Yeah.
I've seen the way they tore it down and then said they're building a brand new one back.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that gonna be one of them?
No,
I
we
thought
have.
that was a,
That White House, it's white now.
Yeah,
It was an old
yeah.
brick house, and they tore it down, and Ben said it was so bad, they had to just start over.
Yeah, that, I don't know that they were a recipient of this
Okay.
grant.
they inherited that, from, Jerry, what was his name, you know, he was crippled, heavy set guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, that was a home place.
Okay.
And the people that I think is building the house themselves, I don't think that's part of it. They own the property.
So,
Well, that
Gary,
house went up quick.
It did.
Mm-hmm.
Will this operate similar to what we currently have in place where we receive money and give it to them, or like the mental
Pastor,
person?
yes, yeah, we don't have any match or anything like that. We just receive the money and then pay the contractors for doing the work. And the contractors have to abide by the same criteria and everything laid out in these. So if you want to take the time to read through those, I just wanted to make sure everyone had it in front of them before we voted on it, but it's just part of, getting the grant contract executed and moving. The other, next item was the Christmas parade. So we've had some discussion on, changing the time this year to try a nighttime parade.
I think that, I've had a lot of comments on that too, and I'd like to see a night, because we've got all the lights and all that, and I think it'd be a wonderful situation to, especially after we've had the tree lighting already.
So does anyone have a suggested time? We, Mitch, I think we kind of talked a little bit about, that, but I just wanted to see if anyone else had any.
Well, we keep it down about 6 o'clock.
We were talking earlier today about 6:30.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea, right there, because it is dark, like right now it's 6:43, and
Right,
it's
so
dark
we-
out there, and that's where that they can see the lights and all that.
Well, you also got to take into consideration the temperature.
Yeah, well,
It's Christmas, winter.
I have, danced in the, Christmas parade in Gatlinburg, but they're just at night.
I'm just saying, as far as people coming out, it's
Yeah.
gonna be cold, if it's gonna be cold enough that, you know, people's not gonna bring out their kids to get sick because it's
Yeah,
just cold.
Code, that's Christmas, sir, being code, that's part of it.
They
I
get out,
understand that, but daytime,
they
the
get out and
temperatures are a
snow,
little warmer than it is at nighttime.
well, they get out
We
and
can
stay
try
right
it
at
and see how
night.
it goes.
They get out and stay right at night,
My only
Play in the
concern-
We used to do it all the time.
well, yeah.
I mean, I don't have no objections to it, but the temperature and kids getting sick and parents not wanting to bring them out in the cold.
We won't need to throw out candy then, will we? How we gonna see to throw candy out?
Year before last, we put candy in a little snack bag, and I think that was y'all's idea too, and it was a wonderful idea.
Yeah,
It
I
way
think
they're not running and getting in
We've
the
got
road.
situated to do that again this year. So
Thank
I've
you.
talked to Miss Sue, and they're gonna help us out, and we're gonna go up and help them.
Sounds good, that sounds good. Y'all helping them?
Do we wanna do another group float?
What?
Group float?
All of them sitting on the back of the float. I thought that was pretty nice last year.
Well, why can't we get out and walk? Parade.
I'm not, I've got arthritis too bad.
I think you might
I
have a
can't do
little
that.
problem reaching up there and getting the candy. The first year we did that, we tried that, a couple of us did, with that wagon that they had. We couldn't reach up there and get the candy. So we rode the float, remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't ride the float, it was a dang old wagon, which was perfect.
Say, Mitch, did you say 6:30?
Yes, ma'am.
I have a question if I could speak. Is this gonna limit your attendance with having it at night? We've got a lot of people that won't get out at night to drive. I don't care whether it's hot or cold.
We've had it before at night, and it's turned out good. And just like, you know, we have to do the tree lighting at night.
I mean, that's why we're discussing it. So if anyone's,
I think it'd be
got
worth
concerns.
trying, you know, we do it at 1 or 2 in the afternoons, kind of in the middle of the day, you know,
Mhm.
people have got out that morning, they might not come back if they're doing something, you know, to me, 1 or 2 o'clock is just kind of an odd time. I think you either do it at 6:30 in the evening or 10 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning.
I think it'd be worth a try. I mean, see how it goes.
I think it will, if we didn't have any problems before.
And what days are you planning on doing the Christmas parade?
We have December the 9th, right?
That was the date that
Okay,
was
yeah.
set by the board last year, I
Yeah.
believe.
December the 9th.
Is Churchill's, King Sports, Scoresville?
King Sports is the week before.
Churchill's is the week before, Sir Lawrenceville's is that day, but it's at 11 a.m., I believe. I know it's that morning.
Now, that wouldn't interfere in any of them.
The next week is the Santa Run, and then the next week is Christmas.
Kind of be like a kickoff for Christmas.
Yeah.
So the Santa Run is the next week,
17,
17, and that starts at what time?
8 a.m. on the dot.
And you have it also, we can put it on the website of what times, what neighborhoods it approximately.
Yeah,
will be in.
me and John have talked, and we're gonna, you know, again, we're gonna try to get together and get a good plan on getting it out on
Get
Facebook.
more
where the
participation, getting a forum set up online that people can sign up for on through their website to sign up to participate. So they'll have their information, so Mitch can reach out to them.
For the parade, right.
Any discussion on the group float? If we wanna do it, I just need to let Jason know so he can kind of fix that for us.
That's a good idea, don't you?
I don't have a problem with it.
I
Whatever.
think the last time we did that, we had a bench up in the middle of the float. The wagon would sit down, get the candy, and sit down.
Okay. I'll have him work on that. And we've got the tree lighting.
And what time is the tree lighting, and what date?
November 29th.
Yeah.
Do what?
29th.
Of November,
Yeah.
of course.
Quickly approaching.
And what time?
So we need to talk about that. Probably needs to be dark,
Yes,
so,
at 6 o'clock,
uh,
6:30?
No, that's too, 6:30 is too late, because
What
it's
day
on,
is that on?
it's on Wednesday.
In what, John?
It's on Wednesday. I would say 6 o'clock would be your absolute latest. To at least get started, because you gotta think, it's gonna be an hour darker than it is now, another month later. Plus you got the choir coming,
The what?
the chorus,
Where from?
volunteer.
Volunteer?
Um,
I'm glad that's coming back again, because we've
So-
done that before.
yeah, I would say start at 6.
Sure.
The parade, you all have, reached out to Volunteer High School yet for their, or they have their, well, anyway, not National Guard, but you know, their,
ROTC.
yeah,
Yeah,
Okay,
like I
kinda
said,
do- do that.
we talked, we're gonna try to get a lot more participation from the schools and some of the churches, like we, similar to that volunteer homecoming parade, me and John talked about that. about
And that's
a few
good
weeks
to
ago.
invite the churches again, because they used to, I know we at Oak Grove used to have a puppet,
Right.
float.
Yeah.
And,
I think it can be, you know, it was a lot, last year there was a lot of, you know, it was, the biggest part was emergency vehicles from surrounding agencies, so I think we could make it a little, well, man, still incorporate those, but have it a little better. So,
I'll talk to Oak Grove and see if their youth want to, and their
Yeah.
children's choir wants to, and their youth choir wants to, too.
sound good?
anyone have any more discussion on the tree lighting? I'm gonna skip really quick. We are doing a coat drive in conjunction with the Salvation Army. There's a big trash can in the little vestibule there where we're taking coats, gloves, mittens, scarves, socks, winter hats, anything Any winter items, they can be new or gently used that we're gonna turn in. And then, there's another
Now,
email.
you're talking about, excuse me, the winter attire, that is just like sweatshirts and stuff like that, or what?
Mainly coats
Just
and
mainly coats?
jackets, things like that, hats, gloves, socks.
How long's that box gonna be out there for?
Probably through, I would say we'll probably give it back, around Thanksgiving. Maybe that week before. Well, like the week of Thanksgiving, so we'll probably turn it in around then. And then there's another email in there that, we've decided to kind of adopt a child. And the details of that are in this email from Tiffany that I've passed out too. So if you want to participate in that, we're just letting it be open to everybody.
Is this one child or more than one child?
One.
If we wanna just go ahead and donate money, give it to you,
Yeah, or you can give it to Tiffany and she's gonna kind of manage the whole thing and probably do some shopping with the donation. So we'll see what people buy and turn in, and then we'll compare it to the list, and then whatever we have monetary donation, we'll go out and buy whatever else is on his list to make sure that we get everything, covered. And that will probably need to be done, I'd say we have several weeks, as long as it's not Christmas.
I don't know who Tiffany is though. I don't
Oh,
know
she's in the front office there, or
Okay.
you can, I can give it to her, you
Okay.
can give it to me and I can give it to her. Okay, and back on to the agenda, we need to discuss Christmas bonuses.
Do you remember what we did last year?
It was 250 for full-time, 100 for part-time, and the town covered the taxes, so that
Looking roughly at the financial numbers, so it's not something we can swing again, just do the same as last year.
whenever I did the budget, I budgeted for the same amount as last year.
Okay. We just need to prove it, so just one out, just to formally vote on it, essentially.
Yeah.
How many full-times do we have?
Oh,
Employees.
22 or 36?
there's 30, between 30 and 35.
And they get between 30 and 35, full-times gets how much?
Last year it was 250.
And then part-time?
Part-time was 100 last year.
Of course, for the meeting next week,
Mhm.
please. Just a moment.
Would we be able to do 150? Would we be able to?
We could probably swing that, yes.
For the part-time, I mean.
Yeah.
Seems a little miserly though.
Okay.
And some of them don't even, the workers that they do, they don't even get $100, from their other jobs. So,
I don't even know if I'd pay for a meal now, do you? I mean, truthfully.
probably it wouldn't.
Anybody else on that one?
Just going back to your salvation, I mean, adding to what you got on there, if you want to supply hand warmers, they can use those as well.
Okay.
That's like hot hands, Jim?
Yeah.
Like the ones you,
Yeah, that you, it's in the sporting goods that you go
Yeah.
hunting or something with, you.
if you shake them up and they're temporary disposal ones?
Yeah, that
Okay.
you can shove in your gloves or.
Okay.
And they're not expensive at Walmart, cause they've got them right out in the front now, cause I looked at them the other day, cause a lot of hunters will get those.
Yeah, gloves, and I think they have some that you can stick in your shoes too, to warm up your feet.
Okay.
Working with the homeless population, that's the biggest issue in the wintertime.
Okay, do you know any other suggestions we can put out there besides that?
Just what you have in
Okay.
hand warmers.
Okay.
That'd be good to bring to, the parade then. Well, I didn't even look at the price the other day, that'd be some things to
Yeah.
suggest to people.
Okay, I'll turn it over to you.
Excuse me, EMS lease was to be reviewed by the new board, and Churchill, the last meeting, they fairly did do that. There were some questions, they emailed it back to me, I never got it, I followed up tonight, and he's gonna send it to a different email address, so by the time we have the board meeting next week, I'll have the particulars, and you'll be able to discuss the requested changes, whatever questions they have.
Have we ever got any kind of EMS update from the county?
Mm-mm.
No.
You want me to reach out?
No.
Okay.
I'm sure they'll come back.
That'd be a good idea.
And not change it.
Yeah, it'll be every committee will be 5:30, so everybody, citizens, whoever, know what time the meeting will be.
I think that's a good idea.
I think it's a great idea when you don't have to manage a work schedule in there, but I think we're around it.
Most people are off at 5:30, but sometimes that are on these committees.
Would you have to amend each bylaw section for the committees? Because like I know for certain bylaws it says that the chairperson calls the meeting. Would that then would that trump those, or how would that work as far as from the actual doing it the right standard?
My guess is if the board were to decide that all committees will meet at a certain time, that's then the time would go into effect.
How does that look like though if you say you're gonna meet on Mondays, well, your Monday now it falls on a holiday? Does that have to be specified on the ordinance or resolution that he's doing? I mean,
But my understanding is not that, it's only not to do it, but the
I don't know
board
if
can
it is
decide the
written in
time.
there, to tell you the truth.
your planning commission is written at a certain day and time, your, what time's the planning commission even meet?
5:30, that's why I went 5:30 every day. Or our BMA meetings at 5:30, the workshops at 5:30.
Right.
I just, kind of makes sense, everything will be at 5:30.
If somebody wanted to change that or wish to reach the committee, they could always come before the board and ask for, exception to it.
Yeah, especially if it's on a holiday, say, the next week, then,
Yeah, most of them have the meeting for that, but I was thinking that they wanted, for some particular reason, wanted a 6 o'clock meeting or 6:30 or something, I don't know.
I know that
But they can
the,
always come ask for exceptions, so.
I know the library had to change theirs this time.
So what time
And
is the
Vince had to change his.
The library normally meets at 6:30, don't they?
I don't know.
Or 6? I know it's right around that time. What time does the library board meet, Pat?
I don't know right off, I've got it written at home. I wanna say 6:30.
So is that gonna change theirs too?
I mean, I just think it'd be a set time, everybody would know, I mean, it'd be easier for everybody
I
to go
can
to.
talk to them, I've got a meeting with them next week.
The 6.
See,
And like I said, if there's a reason to have it be a different time, they would just ask the board to
yeah.
set it up differently, for some compelling reason.
Mm.
Other than that, set it up at a good time, so it makes sense.
We need to add a park meeting a year now. But we got more done than we ever had. That's a bad thing about it.
I know on the committee with Vince, we've got 2 that does better with 5:30 instead of 5, because at one time, this time back at 5 o'clock, they said, well, we don't get out till 5. So that, then they come home. I mean, instead of going home, they come straight to the meeting. Just like, well, some of these people that work do that. You do that, Teresa, don't you? It don't bother you?
No, it's good.